How's it going, everybody? This is Cameron White with White Light Astrology, giving you guys this is now a special weekly video of what the heck is going on in the astrology, what the heck is going on in the universe. So, before I begin, this is a really big week. We have an 11-day fire trine, grand fire trine with Mercury. The moon will be a part of it, Uranus is a part of it, and Saturn is a part of it, as well as the North Node. This whole week is really going to be stepping into that whole new world that we're really going to be facing in August. And leading up to this new moon, from now when the moon's in Aries to when it goes into Leo, as the sun moves into Leo and the moon goes from Cancer into Leo, and we have that new moon, and also will be conjuncting Mars. This is that step into this new portal, this new reality. I know I've been talking about it, a lot of other astrologers have been talking about it as well. This is really just going to be that time to bring that Leo energy into your life and to really wear it. And this week is just really going to put it in your face. It's going to put it right there in your present reality, and it's going to show you, how much you have to offer, how much you have to give, and all that kind of stuff. However, before I go into the week, I'd like to say a couple announcements. July 22nd is my birthday. Woo woo! The day the sun goes into Leo, and because of that, I'm offering 50% off all readings for the whole month, or I shouldn't say the whole month of August, but all of Leo season until we go into Virgo. 50% off all my readings. So if you guys were interested in getting a reading from me, or getting some other stuff done, please feel free to send me an email. 50% off this whole Leo season. I will also be moving to Vegas in August, so I'm now booking clients in Vegas. If you guys want to see me in person, I love doing readings in person as well. I'll be moving out there in the beginning of August, so I'm super excited to announce that in my next video, because I'm actually going to be flying out there for my birthday. I'll be doing in Vegas, so that will be also a lot of fun. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, because of that, I want to let you guys know, if you share this video on Facebook or Twitter, you guys will enter into a free or drawing for a free reading. So if the biggest thing, you just got to tag me in it so I can see it. So share this on Facebook, share this on Twitter, tag me at White Light Astrology on Facebook, or White Light Cam on Twitter. If you share it, you're entering for a free reading. I'll be drawing the winners sometime next week, during the time I release my next video. So yeah, again, I also wanted to say one thing. I know I've been talking really fast on a lot of my videos. I know that I've been kind of getting ahead of myself. I apologize. This week, I'm definitely going to do my best to be as clear and concise as possible. So let's get into it. We're going to do day by day. We're going to see what is going on. Today is Sunday, the 16th. Really exciting, because the moon is in Aries and it's conjuncting Uranus. This is bringing that whole self-liberation and freedom and breakthrough into your own awareness right now. And even though Uranus could also bring this resentment sort of energy towards yourself, especially while the moon is in Aries, it's just be sure to be in the power and the presence that I was talking about earlier. This whole, I'm going to do 11 days, this whole 11-day fire trine with the new moon in Leo. This whole fire trine is about what are you willing to, not willing, when are you going to realize that you have all the power and that you have everything that it takes to get exactly what you want and to have the life that you really want. And this whole Leo energy is bringing a lot of sense of self to it. And this is, now that Mercury is in Leo, the North Node is in Leo, we're starting to get this into our mindset. Mercury's going to be trining Uranus, going to be trining Saturn. With Uranus, it's bringing that liberation, that freedom, that spontaneous action feel. And then Saturn, with Saturn being there, this is a karmic time. And Saturn's retrograde now too. This isn't like a hard lesson we're learning right now. This is the universe, this is Saturn going, look at what you have. Saturn in Sagittarius is all about stretching yourself farther. How much farther can you go? What else are you willing to believe, to see, to experience, to feel? And as Saturn is retrograde, it's giving you this opportunity to really look at stuff, to really take it for what it is, and be able to ask yourself, am I going to be moving forward, or do I want to stay exactly where I'm at? And Saturn wants you to move forward. This is Saturn in Sagittarius. He's been pushing our limits. He's been testing our limits for almost 2 years now, I think. Yeah, what is it, 2017? Yeah, almost 2 years. And with all of that being said, as it trines Mercury starting Sunday, and it ends I believe Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah, Thursday of next week. And not even this week, of next week. And as Mercury goes through it, this is bringing all of that into our mind, into our daily thoughts, into what we're talking about, to what we want to talk about. And this is Mercury and Leo. Mercury and Leo doesn't want to talk about shit unless it's something that Mercury and Leo wants to talk about. So this is on people's minds. This is what people are going through. They're like, you know, like you're feeling this sense of power inside of you, and it's basically starting to come out. And as Uranus trines it, as Saturn trines it, that's that opportunity to really use it to your advantage, take off with it, let the universe bless you, and see what exactly you can get out of it. So anyway, back to Sunday, we'll have the moon in Aries, which is going to be highlighting a lot of that Uranus energy when we get into the new moon. However, this is going to be highlighting a lot of that, that Uranus energy of excitement, of freedom, of experience, of liberation. So really take that onto yourself on Sunday, or Sunday evening, I should say, because I'm not going to be posting this still Sunday evening. However, really take that onto yourself. Really use that to your advantage. Like, be one with yourself. Be there for a minute. The Sun and Mars is going to be squaring Uranus and the Moon. Mercury is sextiling Jupiter now, going back to that whole Jupiter and Libra energy I've been talking about of what's the relationship with yourself. Well, now that it's direct, it's about how are you creating that with other people? How are you creating abundance and beauty and what's another word? Those type of words for Libra. Like Libra always has you realize and appreciate the beauty that does surround you. And as Jupiter's right there, like that's where you're gonna find that philosophical and that spiritual connection with Source, with the universe. And that's about what with Jupiter retrograde for 6 months, it was about what's the relationship with yourself. And now as it's direct, it's about how can you bring that to your outer world? How can you, because the relationship you have with yourself is a reflection of the relationship you have with other people. And that's what Jupiter and Libra is showing you. It's about what are the greatest things about this? How can we make this better? How can we make this more fair? How can we create a win-win situation out of this? Venus is also going to be opposing Saturn. Venus will be sextiling Jupiter. It will be sextiling Mercury, and it will be squaring Neptune with this whole Venus opposed Saturn energy. Right now, we're still in that Venus and Gemini where it's like we're looking at what we want. We're looking at all possible directions. Everything's kind of good right now. Like, you're just more in the mental stimulation of what, Venus is love and relationships, but Venus is just all things awesome, especially Venus and Gemini. Venus and Gemini is like a sweet tooth. Venus and Gemini likes just really sweet things that just stimulate the mind. And right now, that's what a lot of people are going through is, this is everything is just very stimulating. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of energy. And while it's opposing Saturn, this isn't the best time. I shouldn't say this isn't the best time to make a decision. However, look at what your options are and don't get lost in the environment. Like, I think I've used this reference before. It's kind of like, imagine being you are completely blacked out on drugs at a club or a rave. You can just totally be in the moment and super into it, but there's also a time where you got to go, okay, how am I getting home? Where are my friends? Where am I? What time is it? All that kind of stuff, all the logistical stuff. And that's basically where you're at right now. Like, don't get too lost in the environment. Don't get lost in the sauce, but really just become aware of where you're at and where you kind of want to take things, because that's going to start becoming more and more of a factor as we move on. However, this isn't a time to really, make decisions about what you want with your love interest, what's good, what's right, and, what you really, really want to do. Just experience everything for what it is and look at where you want to take it. Like, experience all these feelings, all these emotions. It's great because you're experiencing new things, you're experiencing new realizations. And as it opposes Saturn, it's kind of like you got to take that in a direction. And this isn't about a choice right now. This is about you've been feeling all these great things. Where else do you want to feel great things? Where else do you want to apply that into your life? Like, that's going to be the biggest thing, is putting that in there, because Saturn and Sagittarius is pushing your limits. Like, Venus and Gemini is showing us how much we can enjoy, how much we can have pleasure, how much we can love. And Saturn and Sagittarius is like, yeah, we're going to keep pushing your limits now. Like, how much more can you give? How much more can you receive? How much more can you expand yourself? All that kind of good stuff. Hold on, paper flipped over. Monday, nothing too crazy. We got the moon in Taurus. It'll be trining Pluto, sextiling Neptune. Mars stops its opposition with Pluto though. So that whole, Mars is in Cancer right now. Everyone's kind of like, just really touchy and sensitive, especially with their actions. Like, it's just kind of like, I don't really want to, blah, 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 blah. As Mars stops that opposition, things are gonna feel a lot more lighter, a lot more flow with rather than resistance. It's gonna be a lot easier to trust your intuition and to trust exactly what's going on and trust your emotions, and especially trust yourself and other people. That's going to have an end. However, with the moon in Taurus, it'll be trining Pluto and Neptune. This is still that whole, like, anything with any of these earth signs, especially Taurus and Capricorn, is this whole self-transformation, this whole Pluto and Capricorn thing. Like, Pluto and Capricorn is getting rid of all the foundations, totally new framework to everything, and it's very underlying. It's not in your face, it's not immediately in your presence all day long. This is Pluto. This takes a long time to go through, but ever so consistently and ever so slowly, you're starting to see a lot of where your foundations of your beliefs were, especially from 2000, you know, when did Pluto go into Scorpio? Like 1994, I think 1995, Pluto in Scorpio to Pluto in Capricorn. Oh no, Sagittarius, my bad. Sagittarius is like 96 or like 95 to 2008. Or no, that doesn't even make sense. No, that's right. Sorry, I'm totally lost right now. Anyway, ever since then, we're starting to notice the foundation of our beliefs we're really established on are not working anymore. And as Pluto goes through Capricorn, this is the underlying factor. With the moon going into Taurus, trining Pluto, this is that Taurus is a very stubborn energy, likes the control, doesn't like to be vulnerable, and that Pluto and Capricorn energy is really working on how we can really release all of that, and how that we can just trust the process and enjoy what's around us and give. And it's kind of like, you know, if you're stranded on an island, you don't have much, but you might as well enjoy what you do have, to build a fort, or to build a shelter, to build a fire, to eat, to survive, all that kind of stuff. Tuesday, moon will be squaring Mercury, it will be trining Pluto, it will be sextiling the sun. It's going to be way more on board than it was on Monday, because Monday it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of like nice and relaxing, but there's something missing. Tuesday it's going to be like, okay, I know what's going on. And we have a yod going on with Venus sextiling Mercury, both quincunxing Pluto. This is why I just talked about that whole Pluto energy thing right now, because as we have Venus and Gemini showing us new things, we're experiencing different things. We have Mercury and Leo going like, damn, this feels amazing, man. Like, you're feeling really confident, man. You're feeling really cool. Like, this is Mercury and Leo. Like, it's time to shine. It's time to embrace. It's time to put your inner God out. It's time to really just enhance your vibration on whatever level that you can personally, and not be afraid to stand up for like what you're worth, and also to give to people. Because like, I would say, like, the whole Leo energy is, as far as you, like, Leos, yes, I wouldn't say cocky or egotistical, but very self-conscious. We're always wanting to direct things towards us. However, that's only reciprocated when we give it back. And that's how that whole Leo energy works. It's definitely like a dance of like the fire flame, I guess you could say. Anyway, as all this Leo stuff starts happening, and we have Mercury in Leo bringing this to our natural daily thoughts, our daily what's going through our head every day, what are we talking to people about. This is really enhancing a lot of that self-power, and to give to other people, and to express it, and to embrace it, and to use it. So as these are both quincunxing Pluto, this is a big deal. This is a big, like, whoa, shit just got really crazy. I'm starting to see things differently now. I'm starting to understand it more. And we also are going to have the Sun and Mars right in between it. Right in between, still opposing Pluto right there. That's where that Sun and that Mars energy is really going to come into play, of trusting your intuition, trusting the process, trusting and breaking out of your shell. Like, especially that whole Cancer shell people put on during Cancer season. It's so funny to watch, but it's not effective. And with this whole Cancer shell, with this whole yod thing going on, it's time to break free of that, and to really trust the process, to really go with your intuition, to really be with the moment, and to really flow with as well. Wednesday, we got the moon in Gemini. It'll be conjuncting Venus. It'll be squaring Neptune, trining Jupiter. Again, highlighting that Venus energy of like, what we're experiencing new things. We're starting to take new things into play. Things are happening left and right. And it's just about understanding all of it and how it's really applying to your life. Let's see, Mercury stops its sextile with Jupiter, so that's not really the biggest deal. However, we get a little bit off of that Jupiter energy of like, you know, what's the whole relationship of things and how to give. Now it's going to be more focused on yourself, because as now we go more and more into Leo energy, it's more and more focused on you. Pluto will quincunx Venus, and Neptune will quincunx Jupiter. Neptune quincunxing Jupiter is just going to have you kind of feeling like a little confused on kind of parts. Like, you're not going to be able to predict the future. You're not going to be able to like really know what's going on, because you're just going to think that you're lost and things don't really make sense. You'll be confused, but that's okay. It's not like it's going to be like, oh, I don't know what to do. You're just going to be like, I'm still not sure what's going on, but I got to trust this Leo energy, and I got to just go for it anyway. And it'll happen. It'll work out. Thursday, Moon passes Venus. It'll be opposing Saturn. Mars goes into Leo on Thursday. Woo! Mercury will be conjuncting the North Node exactly Thursday and Friday. So, Thursday, fun energy. Moon opposing Saturn. It's kind of like, all right, now we got to take all the stuff that we experienced, all the stuff that we felt, and where are we channeling it? Where are we putting it into? Are we wasting our time? Are we just going out for fun? Are we just, wasting our time? Like, whatever it is, you got to figure out what you're doing with it. Where do you want that feeling more in your life? Where is it going to be more effective? Is it going to make you more money? Is it going to give you better relationships? Is it going to give you more stability? Is it going to be better for your job? Is it going to be better for your health? Like, all that kind of stuff. Where do you want to have that new experience, that energy, and where you got to direct it somewhere? It's time to fully unwrap that. And it's kind of like that tee up before this new moon, like, shit, I really got to be clear on a decision for this new moon. And that's basically what's going on. Mars will be in Leo. This is what's going to be that factor for that whole Moon in Gemini thing of where I'm taking things. Is now Mars is in Leo. Take action on your desires. Take action on what you're worth. Take action on being a leader. Take action on stepping up. Take action on being confident, being bold, being courageous, being loving, and just like using your whole heart for things. Like, fuck, man. Like, as a Leo, like, I can't express this enough. Like, feel the love. Enjoy everything. Give to other people, experience everything, be thankful, and be fun. Like, know your worth. Like, you can do all those things and still be proud of yourself, and still have fun with yourself, and still be able to do things, and still be confident and all that kind of stuff. Like, really use that with this Mars and Leo. Take action on those initiatives, on those feelings, on that desire right there. Take action on that. That's what's going to be that deciding factor. And as Mercury conjuncts the North Node, this is going to feel aligned. This is going to feel destined. This is going to feel like you are exactly where you need to be in your life right now. Because the North Node is where you're supposed to be going, and Mercury is all about your head. What are you thinking? What are you talking about all day long? So that's the best way to really feel like, you know what? I'm in alignment with what I'm doing. I'm going in the right direction. This is what needs to happen. This is what I'm doing. And I'm proud, I'm confident, I'm excited, and all that kind of stuff. That is going to be the big key right there. I can't stress that enough, honestly. Friday, Moon will be in Cancer, squaring Jupiter. Ooh, that's when it's going to get a little bit emotional, and you're going to have to break free of that shell again. You're going to be like, oh, like, it's going to be a little intense, but just trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust things are going the right way. And it'll trine Neptune, so it's going to feel like this whole subconscious, weird, crazy dream type deal. Don't be scared of it. Let it be. Go with. Flow with. Like, that's really, really big this week. Then Saturday, the 22nd, woo woo, my birthday! Super excited. Sun goes into Leo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Super excited for that. As you could tell, I'm so glad I was born on the 22nd because it's a leap year, and that means my birthday is actually in Leo season, not Cancer season. So, Sun in Leo. Going from what we experience, what we will be experiencing Wednesday and Thursday, and then going into Friday, kind of like, oh, do I trust the process? As Saturday, Sun in Leo, you're going to really start to embrace, really start to feel that Leo energy come about you in your actual essence. You'll be acting differently. You'll be thinking differently. You'll be being differently. And as the moon opposes Pluto, which is going to start this whole new moon process as it comes into conjunction with the sun, it'll also be T-squaring with Jupiter. And this is now, we're going back to that Jupiter energy of like, okay, what are the good things? What are the great things? How can I make my world better? How can I make my relationships better? What's the relationship with myself, and how does that manifest, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's going to be the beginning of the new moon. That's how we're going to set those intentions. Man, 3 pages for this horoscope, man. Love it. Hold up. Sunday, we're going to have, not a lot's happening on Sunday, but the moon, the sun, because this new moon's going to be overnight. We're going to have the moon, the sun, Mars, all conjunct in Leo. It's going to be really, really impulsive. It's going to be really, really exciting. It's going to be very, very warm. It's a very hot week because of this grand fire trine. It's also really hot right now. It's like, I'm dying right now. I can't even see if I have sweat on me or not, but the heat's on this week. That Sunday is when it's just the fire's warm, the fire's plenty. It's all like, the fire is roaring, and you can embrace it now. The whole new moon is setting that intention of, where am I putting myself first? How can I be more of a leader? What do I really deserve? What do I really want? What do I really desire? What am I really worth? And this is reflecting that back out to other people. This is about giving to other people. This is about embracing other people, encouraging, inspiring other people, and doing what you can around you to make a difference. Like, that's what this whole Leo energy is about. Like, if you go through the zodiac, Aries is like, okay, who am I? Taurus is like, all right, what do I have? Gemini is like, okay, what do I know? Cancer's like, okay, what do I feel? Leo is, what do I do with it? And that's the whole key to this. So that's going to be big on Sunday. You're going to be really feeling that. You're going to be really embracing it, and just move forward with it, man. Have fun with it. Like, enjoy Sunday. Enjoy Sunday. Then Monday, we're going to have Sun and Mars exact at 2 degrees Leo, and they'll still be squaring Uranus, and they're going to go from 2 degrees all the way to 4 degrees. They'll be conjuncting and right on top of each other. This is things happening so, I don't want to say out of control, but just so fast, and so everything's going on, and things are just happening so quickly, and you're starting to take action on this new beingness that you're wearing, and it's starting to feel an alignment, but it's also a really fast reflection. Like, I don't really believe in karma. However, wherever your energy's at will be exactly reflected to you. I mean, bad, like, I shouldn't say bad, like, but to the extreme. You're gonna know when you're like, okay, I'm not in my right zone, I'm not in the right mind, I need to shift real quick and then go back out there, because it's gonna go smack right back in your face, and people will probably talk shit about you for it. Like, not saying like, oh my god, like, you know, blah 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 blah, but like, people during Leo season with all this shit, they ain't gonna be afraid to tell you what is offending them. So be very careful with that. Don't let it get to your feelings, little Leo. Monday, Moon will be trining Saturn, it will be trining Uranus, it will be conjunct the North Node, and it will be conjunct Mercury, and it will be sextiling Jupiter. This is just like, God, I don't even need to explain that. That's great. After this new moon, that little tiny time where as it's trining Saturn and Uranus, still doing that grand fire trine, then it conjuncts the North Node, you're knowing where you're going, you're feeling confident, you know where to go with things, and it's conjuncting Mercury, so you're just like in your whole head about it, like, you're feeling amazing, you know that you're in alignment, everything's good, and it's sextiling Jupiter. It's just all around you. It's all around you. Tuesday, Sun and Mars at 3 degrees, Uranus sextiles Venus as well. Woo, this is like, afterwards, that's when you're going to be like, oh shit, things are different. Oh shit, like, look left and right. Look at, you know, like, look at what's around me. Look at what I can experience. Look at what I can do. It's like really going to show you a lot. Then the moon will be in Virgo. It'll be opposing Neptune, which usually I'd be like, oh yeah, this is time to, like, you know, focus on things and all that kind of stuff. This Neptune energy is really weak right now. And the moon in Virgo is kind of like, I mean, I shouldn't say that, what I said earlier. Like, Neptune in Pisces just really makes you confused and kind of make you really lost. And as the moon goes into Virgo and opposes it, it's kind of like this, I'm like also lost, but I know I need to clean up and clear out things and get organized and all that kind of stuff. It's not really that energy, because you're just going to be really feeling it. Like, after all this Leo energy, you're going to be so excited and so happy and so ready to go forward with things that you're going to be like, all right, let's get organized. What can we do? Let's get it done. Let's figure it out. Mercury goes into Virgo as well on Tuesday evening, night. That's putting that whole, what we just experienced with all this Leo season, all of this stuff in Leo, all of this Mercury and Leo energy, putting it into action in your head. Okay, like, how can we do it? How can I move forward? How can I do this? What needs to happen? What do I need to clean up and clear out? What do I need to cut from my life? Where do I need healing? Where do I, well, you know, all that kind of good stuff, all that Virgo energy, putting that into your mindset. And then I'll be going more into next week, in next week's video. However, I just want to hit on this whole 11-day fire trine, because so much is happening in those 11 days. And I'll be talking about, again, Sunday through Sunday or Monday of next week in next week's video. However, Wednesday the moon will be trining Pluto. It will be squaring Saturn. It will be with a T-square with Saturn as well. So Wednesday, that's when you got to go back to pushing your limits. It's going to feel really restrictive at times, but that's where you got to push your boundaries, push your limits, push your beliefs, and because that's what Saturn's really just going to be showing you. Then Thursday, grand fire trine ends, moon goes into Libra, and Sun and Mars are at 4 degrees. It'll be a little intense on Wednesday. Thursday will feel a lot better. Thursday will feel a lot lighter. It won't be as intense, because this week is just going to be really, really intense all the way around. But that's what I got for you guys. Big fucking week. Big week. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't don't do anything like that's not worth it. Don't do anything that you don't want to do. Don't do anything that isn't your higher self, that isn't your inner God. And great things are going to happen. If you're going through a hard time this week, my biggest advice would not to beat yourself up, not to feel like an arrogant, person. Don't feel like it's all your fault. Take personal responsibility of your actions, but don't beat yourself up. This week, put away the hammer and just be in the essence of who you are and who you want to become and how you want to feel with everything. And that's where you're going to know, that's when you're going to understand what actions to take, what feelings to feel, what's going to be more effective and everything like that. So once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, liking on all my videos. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram at whitelightcam. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. That's whitelightastrology. Again, I'm booking readings. Got half off this whole Leo season, so feel free to send me an email at whitelightastrology@gmail. Send me a message on Facebook. That's usually a lot easier and way more responsive. Or on Twitter, I'm super responsive on there as well. Even Instagram. So if you guys are interested, feel free to. I'd love to have you could, ask me whatever you want, basically. What else? Yeah, and oh shit, I didn't even talk about this. Wow, I totally forgot. So also for August, I'm debating whether I want to do individual sun sign horoscopes or doing all the elements all together. And I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, but August, there's going to be something way more relatable just going into the whole month of August about either each individual sign or just the elements combined all together, because it kind of just helps me out to make it a little bit easier, so I'm not doing 12 videos when I can basically sum it up into 4. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a great week. Sending you lots of love, lots of white light, lots of abundance, lots of prosperity, and I will be seeing you guys next week.